All right. Hey, hey, welcome back, guys. All right, so let's jump on into this. It's going to be a collective message. We'll see whatever the storyline may be. Start out with justice. This could be Libra energy right out of the gate. To have possibly Libra coming in, or to have a feminine. By the way, she could have some body art specifically on back of the shoulders, arms. She may have really long hair, doesn't have to be, but we do have someone who turned her back and she's looking right into the mirror. There's a sense of loneliness about this one. Hi, guys. Ash Cash, Ginger, great to see you. Okay, we have the wild card. Mm, and this should be a situation where there was some kind of loyalty, but there was Nine of Pentacles sideways. Okay, let me get one more because we have a feminine who either feels like she did wrong or feels like she's been done wrong. We have a Queen of Cups upright. Until I see otherwise, I'm going to say this right now. We have maybe a feminine who worries that she wasn't ready to settle down with someone and she's thinking, should I have? Because I really did care about them, but I wasn't sure if I was ready, but oh man, there was something really special about them, but did I mess it up? Was this my fault? Was I just not ready to do this yet? Okay, let's take another look here. Tell me more about what's going on with her. Is she really the one who's concerned that she blew it? We have the Chariot, we have the Wheel of Fortune. I don't know, because she might be saying it's a really big bummer. I would have loved them. I got done wrong. I was real and true. I was totally ready for this. I would have surrendered being single. I would have loved them right. And it feels like they didn't want that. I don't know why. Because we all of a sudden have this divine masculine kind of like coming in divine timing, very secure, very solid, like I want this. And I just feel like if she rejected him and walked away from him, why is he the one coming and saying, I'm ready now? So it actually feels more like she perhaps is standing here saying, man, what I would have given to him if, he had been wanting what I had to offer. I would have chosen him. I really did love him, and I would have given loyalty and I would have taken a big old risk on him. I would have given up my single life. I would have given up. I don't know if she was like quite the traveler. If she's like, man, I was going to take a solo trip to Venice, but I would have taken it with him instead, or heck, I would have canceled that to be with him. But he wasn't ready for me. Look, all I can say is on his side, if he's coming in oh so certain at this point, because something has shifted for him, he's at a place where he's emperor, empress material now, and he's coming in with confidence. He may be returning to her, and once upon a time, she would have taken a big old risk on him, right? She would have jumped in with both feet. She would have loved him. She would have given all her loyalty. He is now approaching her, and she's in a page's amount of energy. You want the world with me now, but you could have had it before. At this point, I'm not saying that I'm a Queen of Cups towards you. Now I feel more like a page toward you. I wouldn't give you my emotions and love like I would have before. I wouldn't take a big risk on you. I wouldn't give you all my loyalty. I would be a little bit more like, hey, maybe we can kind of be pals, but I don't know where that's going to take us. She's very much like just downgraded him to mere like acquaintance. I mean, I'm hearing because now you're just somebody that I used to know. That's how that comes across. We have got the Three of Pentacles upright. She's not saying that I wouldn't deal with him at all, but if he's coming in and expecting the same offer to still be on the table that once upon a time was, I'm thinking that it's not there And it's probably because of that Justice card. Something here about, I would definitely say she feels like she doesn't want to take that risk again on him that she would have been willing to in the past. I do think he's still hoping for the same offer to still be on the table that she gave him once upon a time. She's really stressed out about this with that Nine of Swords. What is his reaction going to be to the fact that she's not? He could be confused. He could be like, I don't know what she's thinking now of me. He may not know how stressed out she is. He may be thinking, this is all going to work. We're back together. This, I'm going to make things work with us. I do think he knows that he can't quite read her. Well, yeah, obviously, I don't see her leaping into his arms or anything. We don't see this big, huge love. We see him coming in really, really strong. Page of Swords sideways. I don't think he's gathering the information of what she's putting out very well. He seems oblivious to her intense stress over his reemergence into her life. So wait a second. Let's go over to the feminine for just a second. Feminine, where are you at this point in regards to him? Knight of Cups. Well, in this case, I said in regards to him, and it could be that she's dating somebody else at this point or has somebody else on her mind. Because we got two suitors here, and she might have just started to get interested in some other dude or girl, doesn't matter. But she's at a place so she is keeping her own counsel on this. She doesn't feel the same, like, oh, wow, I'm so glad he's back. Let's definitely get into this. She maybe has started to develop some kind of interest or emotions for somebody else. Maybe that's why she's actually stressed about this. We'll say, Mr. Chariot Rider, have you considered that there's somebody else? Seven of Pentacles, no, he hasn't considered that. Because in this story, it's like he only knows, what he's been working on. And remember, there was something about like, hey, I'm back. I'm ready now. So he's been working and growing, for quite a while. Five of Cups. And again, we only know the world through our own lens sometimes, right? He's been working and growing some aspects in his own life in this time he's been apart from her. And he's been thinking about, like, he's been missing her. He's feeling kind of like whatever he's been working on in his own life, it became pretty clear that the thing that was missing, I think, was her. He kind of ended up getting a little bit directionless for a while. Is that what changed? I mean, did you realize that, okay, I'm ready to be with her? Seven of Cups. I don't know. You came in really serious, but the Seven of Cups is about like the confusion and the many, many options and many different ways things could go. You know what I actually think? I think he's somebody, and I'm sorry, this is not going to sound very romantic or anything like that, but he's somebody who has to go and think about stuff for a long, long time. And then like very cerebrally, like, okay, what's missing? Well, I think what I'm actually missing is a relationship. And what kind of a person do I want for a relationship? I want somebody who's really stable, who's really secure, somebody who's really mature, somebody who's, she's the one. Yes, the Queen of Pentacles is the right one. But it feels like it was a fairly, I'm going to use the word calculating only because I do feel like he tallies stuff up in his brain to make decisions. And then he gets really certain about what he wants. But, we don't really see him coming in with love. And we also see him fairly oblivious to why would she even be stressed out. And he hasn't even considered maybe she's in love with somebody else. Maybe a lot has changed since I've been gone. I can't say that this feels very romantic. This honestly feels like somebody who's, when he makes these clinical decisions, then, here I go. Now I want to move forward. Now I'm going to do this. But I don't really see a whole lot of fluffy. I mean, I know he says emotionally, I'm ready for this, but I don't really know how deep those emotions run. She was very much in love with him and would have completely been romantic with him. We never got cards of deep romance, and I'm sorry to say it that way, but the cards aren't there, so we can't pretend that they are. I'm not saying he's emotionless, but I am saying he may think about things in more clinical ways, even though we don't like have a ton of air on his part. Um, I don't know. This doesn't really feel like a great big love story. This feels like she makes good sense to him. I want to be with somebody very stable, very secure. It is, yes, out of all the people in the world, she is the best fit. She is very grounded and very giving, and that is what I want. But I don't see him saying, I am in love with this woman. I need this woman in my life. You know, what have I been doing over here? Like not being able to choose to be with her. We don't see that. Universe, you want to weigh in on this one? Because it feels honestly a little bit empty to me. But maybe. And we've got an Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords upright is there is a clinical aspect. There is like, we're looking for truth in this. We're looking for, do we cut this thing off? Is there enough here? Are they really well matched? We have Ace of Cups and we have Six of Pentacles. Aces are personal, but this doesn't really help me to figure this out. You know, universe says, well, be really clear about what characters want and then who they want to give to. Now, maybe that does help because maybe she needs to ask her own self that. Do I see them as somebody who wants to give me all their love? If she's ready for that, maybe he's popping back up in her world so that she can decide if there's someone else that she's more emotionally drawn to. It may be one hell of a contrast between him from her past and this other suitor that she's maybe started to develop some emotions for. This could help her make a clean break of it with him and be like, you know, I get your back and you want to be with me, but it doesn't feel like it's very romantic reasons. I was madly in love with you at one point, but if there's not really the reciprocating love, maybe he doesn't emit love like that. Maybe he doesn't feel love like that. If that's what she's wanting, then it's definitely time for her to choose wisely. And I do feel like this boils down to the energy of, we have a feminine who's going to have to make a choice. Make a choice with what she genuinely is hungry for. I feel like that's more on her side. Universe, what's the advice just to her? Seven of Wands. This is about obstacles and how we overcome them, but you notice how we have all these louder electric guitars, and then we bring it into the front and center, and we have just a simple acoustic guitar. This says, drown out the noise. Don't let there be like, oh my God, I have to make a choice. This says, choose from the simplest. Who are you and what do you want and who matches your needs? I kind of think that's probably a better way to do it. Because ultimately, if it's your choice anyway, you have to go with what you want. Don't over factor in, well, what if he's back because of this? And what if the other person is this? Blah, blah, blah. It's like, who suits you the best? What do you want? How do they treat you? Which person is fulfilling your needs more? Because this is about your choice. Okay, universe, what's the message for, I'll say him? The Fool card. The Fool is about taking a leap of faith. Is this like, maybe he's Seven of Swords. If he's actually coming toward her because it's sensible, that might not be the reason he's coming toward her at all. But if he's lying to himself about the real reason he's coming toward her, remember we had that Five of Cups, like he was kind of lost without her. But if he's still acting like he's coming in because this is good, sensible, we're going to be successful together. She is a Queen of Pentacles. The universe is almost saying, you think you're lying about why you want her and need her in your life, perhaps? It's almost like they keep trying to not say that they love her or that they need her or that they're nuts about her. And instead that it's like these good, sensible decisions and they're now ready for romance. But That's what's going to lose her to somebody else. If you can't come in and give her love, you're going to lose her to somebody else who can emit that and show emotional attachment. And if you're lying to yourself about your reasons that you want to be with her and suppressing this idea of love, it's going to cost you this relationship. And you're going to, at least that's what it looks like to me. 10 of Wands in the reverse, and you are not going to be able to get over this one, is what the universe says. Take the leap of faith and take a long look at whatever the lie is that you're telling yourself, and realize 8 of Wands. Yeah, they seriously, the universe is just saying, you got one chance to tell her something real, tell her how you really feel about her. And it can't be some clinical dry, like, I think we'd be good together. I think I'm ready for a relationship now. Maybe you need to come clean about, like, I was freaking losing my mind without you. If that's actually how they feel, because that's the one card of the emotions. They were like lost without her. Oh, that's a great song. Robin Thicke, Lost Without You, Can't Help Myself. How does it feel to know that I love you, baby? The universe is pretty clear. You really need to evaluate what you're about to say to her, because this one conversation is going to be the make it or break it. I don't think they get another chance. If they try to come back into her and act like, I'm ready for this will be good now, that will be the reason she chooses someone else instead of them. Because it's going to be like, oh man, I really love them, but they just don't love me the same. So I'd rather go be with somebody else. And maybe she should go be with somebody else anyway. I don't know. But all I can say is that the universe has given them this real stern warning. You take this leap of faith toward her and you don't say something real to her, you don't say something true to her when you have the chance, you will regret it for the rest of your life, because that'll be the only conversation. You don't get another chance with her. You already kind of blew it once. You're coming back in. Come in true, come in right, and say the thing that's real. Don't be clinical. If you feel emotion, you need to express it. Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is, at the minimum, the universe is like, at least advocate for what you really want in your life. See, why do you want her? Maybe tell her why you want her. But it can't just be because it's now sensible and the time is convenient. It won't work. They will not end up with her. Okay, that's like all the warnings that I think the universe is going to like lay out, because really, a character should be able to, understand what they want and be honest about that, especially if they've been working on some things in themselves. But it just keeps feeling this person's very detached somehow. Let me just see what's our final outcome, potentially, anyway. We have got the 9 of Swords, and we feel like it's going to be a big old letdown. I feel like once again, there she is in stress. Once again, there she is going, okay, so they're coming back to me because it's the 2 of Cups. Ooh, but then how come they don't have anything real to say to me? I honestly think that the way they're approaching her, if they don't like listen to the advice of the universe, the way that they're approaching her is actually going to be, it'll cause more distress for her. But it will also be the thing, like, that's going to be her final memory of them. It's like, man, I thought this was a 2 of Cups. I guess I got it wrong. They're going to blow it, is what it says, if they don't listen to the advice of the universe. 8 of Swords and the curiosity of somatics, which is they're going to be completely confused about why does she withdraw from me and barely give me even a response. This is that Page of Pentacles again. And they're not going to know how to approach her a second time. Well, they're not going to be able to. This really feels unfortunate. I'm so sorry, but in this storyline, they don't end up with her. They end up making a muck of this and really distressing her. And I think she moves on with somebody else. And they stay stuck in their head like, I don't understand, why did she not really want to talk to me very much? Because you didn't come in and say anything legitimate. You came in and acted like like you were buying a car and it was time to purchase a vehicle now. That's not, I don't know, they're going to probably have a long time to have to think about all of this. So does she end up with somebody else then? Why, yes, she does. We have got the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is an extra hot commodity. I gotta say, the way this, and this, please remember, this could be masculines or feminines, same sex couple, doesn't matter. So she could be a he just as easily. But this person who very much crashes and burns on their approach toward her, she kind of, I think, gets to move on, let her mind get, she moves on and advocates more fully for herself on what she wants in life, what person she wants to connect to, what kind of lover she wants to have. So it actually makes her much more determined to like be treated well by somebody that she wants to connect to. I don't think she's going to accept anything less than what she actually wants from here on out. So on one hand, they kind of push her through some stress, but then it lets her know that I I deserve better than somebody who's robotic and doesn't really love me, but comes in to offer me a, kind of a half-assed option, or thinks that that's enough to get me. I do feel like they put in such minimal amount of effort and emotion to try to get back with her. And I think that that's where she flips from being this Queen of Pentacles into a Queen of Wands who's like, oh no, 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 no. I deserve better. You need to make me want you. You don't come in and act like now you're ready to buy this car. I'm not your car. There is this element of, tell me why you want me. Tell me that you love me. Tell me something. But you can't do that, then you can't have this. And in fact, nobody can unless they can show me that I'm the person they desire. And maybe this was good for her to get to the point of what she always wanted was somebody who can reciprocate emotion and love and passion and desire. She has a lot of love to give, but I really think she wants somebody that, reciprocates that. Does she end up, because there was somebody else that was on her mind, does she end up with somebody else? Well, let me put it this way. She's now totally free to go and pursue something with somebody else, because she's closing a door permanently with this person from her past, this ex who comes back in and is still acting like a robot. That was it. She's free of them now. So I would say, does she end up with somebody else? Absolutely. Is it this second person that we see here that she's mildly interested in or starting to get interested in? We don't know that for sure as we close this out. We only know it's not the ex. We only know she's really free of the ex now. I would put it this way and say, if this other person that she's kind of interested in is also somebody who's like emotionally like not very warm or withholds their emotions from her, I can guarantee you she won't end up with them. Because that's the biggest outcome here, is that she doesn't deal anymore with people that can't, openly say what they want and be warm and be, like she wants love. Otherwise, you may as well stay single if you're still going to wind up feeling lonely. So anyway, good for her for like knowing what's okay with her, knowing what's not. And unfortunately, in this storyline, they could have altered the way they were doing things, but for some reason they didn't. So they don't end up with her. All right, I'm going to leave this one here. Thank you guys for hanging out. 11D8, great to see you again tonight. Yvonne Garcia, Caitlin B. Love it. Hi, Decoded. Hello, Apple Holo, AC. Ginger, great to see you. Yes, that's a good song too. Hey, Cosmo Guy. Wonderful to see you tonight. It's been a minute. Supernova, yeah. Miss So, the Peaceful Observer, it is my pleasure. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight. Always good to see you, Apple Holo. 11D8, thank you. Thank you. You are so cute. Mads Moiki, hey. Courtney Jade, have a great day also, honey. Kit the Kid, wonderful to catch you. Jeannie Vale, Nick. Hiya, right back at you, love. Happy Cinco de Mayo, 11D8. That's awesome. Hi, Sherry. To be honest, Lemony, I totally forgot that it was Cinco de Mayo today. It was just too much going on in my little world, so I didn't get to have any yummy tacos. I didn't get to properly celebrate. Caitlin B, thanks again, honey. Nikki O, awesome to see you. Hi, Mad Hatter. John Little's in the house. Awesome to see you, John. Thanks again, Decoded. And yeah, Ash Cash, you were first in the house tonight. All right, you guys, have a great night. I will see you guys. I'm going to do one other live because we need to do a today's topic. All right, lots of love. Bye for right now.